All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, at the bonus of the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, first off, I want to say Shalom to the ones that push this word out in truth and in sincerity, which are the apostles and elders on down to the brothers. And Shalom to the ones that endure this faith until the very end, until the time of Jacob's troubles, which are again the apostles and elders on down to the brothers and a few sisters. All right, so Shalom. So, I want to, do this video. It's something I heard. These Christians, man. Every time you turn around, man, when you deal with the Christians, that's why I say, man, these Christians are full of shit, but they're funny as hell. Cause every time you turn around, man, you're always going to hear something from a Christian, whether that be, a new doctrine or an old doctrine, but they just don't know what the hell they talking about, right? I heard one talking about the Trinitarian shit. He believed that God and Jesus are the same thing, and he quoted John 10:30. So let me read this scripture, and we're going to go into just common sense, man. We don't even need to really go into commentary or anything like that. This is John 10:30. It says, I and my Father are one. Then the Jews took up stones again to stone him. And Yahushua answered them, many good works have I shewed you from my Father, for which those works do ye stone me? The Jews answered him, saying, for a good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy, and because that thou, being a man, makest thyself God. Right? So again, back then, this was pretty much them saying, well, we're not stoning you because, of your good works. We're stoning you because you shoot yourself as God, or being an angel, or being a high power, right? And even then, you had the wicked scribes and Pharisees saying that he was performing miracles on the Sabbath, or any time he even performed any miracles in general. They looked at it as witchcraft, right? But even back then, they was thinking that he was talking about him being God, right? No. What Yahushua was talking about, I and my Father are one, meaning in unison, right? And even that, barely, because Yahweh is on a whole nother level, right? But that's like, it's the elder here of Baltimore, he's our Father, right? So we would say that sometimes even the people, we be like, yeah, we're pretty much as one, right? Or as one, or be one. But we're not talking about us obviously being the same one being, right? That wouldn't make sense, because why would he be there? Or why would we be there? That's what that's talking about, man. They're pretty much saying they're not in any type of disagreements or any type of discourse or discord, anything like that. Now, let me get what this means in Greek. John 10:30 in Greek. It says the Greek word for one is hen or hen, a neuter form that indicates a unity of essence or nature, rather than numerical oneness or the same personhood. That's what that's talking about, man. And you got Christians, basic commentary, Google, Christians, and even your fellow Trinitarian, believers that even know that this scripture is not talking about some Trinity doctrine. That's bad. It even says it right here, man. It's not talking about them literally being the same person, right? That means they're of, the same business pretty much. They're to do the same thing, right? The Father sent his Son over to destroy this place, right? To deliver, right? I am, or he is, the deliverer. It's in the name. That's why the name is important. He's the deliverer. He's sent by his Father. That's what they mean by I and my Father are one. Again, your fellow Trinitarians even will tell you that's not a Trinitarian scripture, right? That has nothing to do with the Trinity. And even if so, again, why would the Father get off the throne to go down and have sex with Mary, to impregnate her? First off, who was watching the throne? But then to impregnate her with himself, somehow I guess he just flies up in her womb and becomes a baby all over again right after being a grown man now is having sex with a woman. Unless it was a child doing it. If that's the case, if y'all believe that, then that's some what they call CP, man. That's just as bad as you Renaissance painters. But just to birth himself back out and then talk about his father, but if he's the same, then he's talking about himself? That doesn't make sense. That's where you Trinitarian, man, y'all don't understand what y'all talking about, man. Y'all come up with these doctrines through scripture, but y'all still don't know how to back it up. Because that literally does not make sense. So by the Lord's will, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash, and Shalom.